Hi and welcome to this tutorial. This is the second part in my series on how to install mods in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator tabs. We will build on the directory we created in the first tutorial. This time I will show you how to make a batch script that makes it possible to switch between mods using just one directory instead of making one 4 GB directory for each mod. I will use a batch script to do this, and you will find it in the description. Here is the script. And to edit the script, you right click and edit. This first part of the script simply show information on the screen on how to select a mod. Press A for GodPowers and so on. Here the script stops and waits for the input we asked for. A, B, C, D, E. If the user uses uppercase letters, here, this part is used, and if they use lowercase letters, this part is used. If an uppercase A was pressed, then the script goes to the label A, and the same with the lowercase a. If the script reaches this point, nothing was selected, and we jump to the label exit and exit the script without starting tabs. If A was pressed and we got sent to the label A, then we write on the screen that the GodPowers mod was selected, and then we copy the mod to the file name that tabs uses. And this just means that it's not supposed to ask when it copies. So we need to save our mods with these file names. The same is done for the other mods. After copying, the script jumps to the label end here. And here the script is paused so that we have time to read that the file was copied as it should. Then it starts tabs. That was all on the script, and you will find it in the description. Now let's download the mods mentioned in the script. I have selected the GodPowers mod that we used in the last tutorial and a few more as examples. The Stalingrad 2 mod has more than one file, so we will take that one last. In the official tabs mods library, go to the current version of tabs. Here we see one directory for each of the mods. Now let's download Grak Pack, Mages and the League first. Let's save it to the desktop and let's use the names from the script. I'm naming the files as they are called in the script. The reason for giving them these names are so that we can keep them apart, and since files cannot be in the same folder and have the same name, so we cannot have multiple assembly C#.dll. Now let's download the Stalingrad 2 mod. If we read the installation instructions, we see that the mod has a data folder called imported assets that should be placed in the tabs directory. Let's remember this. Here we see this mod is downloaded as a zip, not just a DLL file, because of the data folder. We will just right click and download it as usual. Now let's right click and select extract all and extract. Now the zip file has been extracted and we can see the DLL file and the data directory. Let's rename the DLL file to stalingrad2.dll, the name we use in the script. Now let's open the tabs folder on the computer. Here is the folder we created in the last tutorial. We will reuse it and let's rename it to script. The instructions for the Stalingrad mod was to put the imported assets folder here. So let's do that. Now we only have to put the DLLs where they need to be. Do you remember? Data, managed. And here we have the assembly C#.dll. Since this was the GodPowers DLL, we will rename it. Now let's copy the rest of the DLLs. The Stalingrad, the GrakPack Mages, and the League. Now we have all the DLLs in the right folder, and I actually see an error in the file name here, but I'm thinking that we could use this as an example to fix an error later. The script needs to be in this folder too. This time we make the shortcut to the batch script, not the tabs exe file. Let's right-click drag it to the desktop and make shortcut here. There, we're all done, but we have a little error. Let's do a test run. First, we just test run the script and we try pressing A and enter. We got an error straight away. The system cannot find the file specified. I'm thinking we need to actually edit the script to find the problem. So we edit. We see this is what it tries to copy, GodPowers2.dll, and if I'm not mistaken, there's no 2 in our file name. There's a 2. We run our little shortcut again. We press A. And now we get the message 1 file's copied. And since we renamed this file, the copying worked. And if we would just click enter again now, we would start the game with this mod. But I'm going to try the other alternatives first. So let's do a big B this time. The system cannot find the file specified again. Do you remember? I think we had 2 DLLs in this file name. Double DLL. So the file did not match. Let's do small b. 1 file's copied. If we just press enter now, it will start with this mod. So I want to try the other ones first. C. 1 file's copied. It found it. D. Found it. And E. Found that one too. Let's actually start this. Tabs is starting. Let's start a little sandbox. And here we have the League. And this seems to work just fine. So, have a nice day and see you in the next tutorial about installing mods for older versions. I have also added a 4th tutorial installing the UML mod. And the UML mod makes it possible to actually run several mods at once. I have also seen words about mods being able to run on Epic. So things are happening every day now.